Hello and welcome. My name is Max Terrell, founder and CEO of Lab Procurement Services. This presentation will provide you with an overview of how our procurement services program works. Lab Procurement Services is a Knoxville, Tennessee-based company with employees who are all experts in the laboratory supplies and equipment supply chain. Combined, we have over 200 years of industry experience. The Procurement Services Division purchases lab supplies on behalf of our clients. How can you reduce costs of acquiring supplies for your laboratory? Let's first take a look at what the costs are. Industry studies conducted by the Aberdeen Research Group have shown that the cost of a purchase order across industries averages $75. Because the complexity involved in laboratory purchases, costs often range between $75 to $125 or more per purchase order. A common method of reducing PO costs is to reduce the number of purchase orders. By contracting with a large lab distributor, you can reduce the number of POs, but you lock yourself in with a single supplier, and to comply with the contract, you lose the ability to shop for better pricing. On the other hand, the more suppliers you have, the more POs you issue. Before LPS, this was an either-or decision. LPS represents the best of both worlds. You issue one purchase order, and this PO can include items from as many vendors as you wish. The cost is the same to you. With your cost of acquisition no longer tied to the number of POs you issue, you can now shop for the best cost on your merchandise and introduce competition back into the equation. Many of our clients have tried to reduce costs by joining buying cooperatives. These buying groups charge hefty membership fees. In our experience, the prices these groups are able to obtain just don't justify the effort or expense. And of course, you are expected to be a loyal member, which again takes competition off the table. LPS creates what amounts to a purchasing cooperative with volumes that increase each time we add a new client. With each new client, we find new suppliers with even lower pricing, which we point out to existing members. Of equal importance, we are able to find and leverage lower shipping costs. LPS is set up as a distributor and has reseller arrangements with an ever-expanding list of manufacturers, which allow us to purchase products at the same cost as the major distributors in many cases. We pass these savings on to our clients. By working with a wide variety of vendors, we have a redundancy of stocking suppliers which we can call on if a critical item required by our clients goes on back order. LPS helps our clients in a variety of ways. One of these is by managing vendors on your behalf. This would include locating new vendors, evaluating their capability to supply your needs, and the pricing before the first appointment. No more time wasting with vendors who bring no value. We can even arrange an appointment for you. If you wish, we can consult with you or actually conduct pricing or contract negotiations. It's up to you. The important thing to remember is that our model reintroduces price competition back into the equation. But instead of having to spend your day dealing with aggressive salespeople, we handle this for you. We distill this data down into actionable information, and you decide whether or not you want to spend time with a potential vendor rep. Remember, you are always in control of what you buy and who you buy it from. What capabilities does LPS have to manage your procurement? In every phase, from requisition to invoice. When it comes time to make a major purchase for your lab, LPS value is at its highest. We help you evaluate your options. We do the legwork searching for the best deal, always within the parameters you set. We have a huge Rolodex of industry contacts to call on. And we can handle the bidding process. This service is available for an additional charge based on the complexity of the bid. The service is available to any lab. You do not have to be contracted services client to get this service. Here we look at how lab ordering is typically done. The need is identified, communicated to the person responsible for sourcing. The vendor is selected, price and delivery determined, and if the order is large, approval or approvals are given to the order. The PO is created and the order placed with the vendor. The order confirmation and expected delivery are received. The item is sent with a packing slip. The invoice is sent separately. Receipt in acceptable condition acknowledged. In the case of equipment, inside delivery may be arranged, and or a service engineer is scheduled for installation. In some cases, the equipment must be proven to be operating according to specification. If every document and every task have been checked off, accounting is notified that it is okay to pay the invoice. The invoice is entered into an accounting system and the check is cut and mailed. Where does LPS fit into this diagram? All the boxes within the large square become our responsibility. Of course, it is the customer's responsibility to receive the item and to make sure it is in good condition and acknowledge this to LPS using our e-commerce ordering platform. So what does the LPS menu look like? Here's a brief look at what we offer. As with any good restaurant, if you don't see it on the menu, let us know and we'll make every effort to provide it for you. All of this service must cost a lot to provide, you would think. Our fee schedule allows our clients to even control our rates. The larger the order you place at any one time, the lower the rate. Above $3,920.50, the fee is capped at $250, which is especially useful for large capital equipment purchase. Our experience has shown that over time, the percentage averages 9% for the average client. If you accept one of our proposed cost-saving alternatives and purchase through LPS Direct, our resale arm, you avoid paying the procurement fee. For example, if you purchase an item costing $100 and we propose selling you that item for $90, your savings would be $19 or 19%. You would have $109 for the item, including the average 9% procurement fee. However, by dealing with LPS Direct, you pay $90 with no service fee. If you're able to convert as little as 25% of the items you purchase to LPS Direct, you can obtain all of these services at a net savings. We would be happy to show you how. How do you sign up as a client with LPS? As you might expect, there are several documents required, all of which are available for review on request. The key document is the Purchasing Authorization Agreement. The working agreement gives us the rules you want us to follow when purchasing on your behalf. A mutual non-disclosure agreement ensures that both you and our valuable data will be kept confidential. Some vendors will not allow a third party to purchase and have access to your online accounts without written permission. The third-party authorization letter template services that purpose. Then, we will need to know what you order and who you order it from. This is supplied to us in an Excel spreadsheet template. Your acceptance as a client is predicated on the approved credit application. The initial loading of your data into our e-commerce platform requires substantial labor, and since you are under no obligation to order from us even after you execute the agreements, we require a one-time setup charge based on the number of items we load. This fee is non-refundable. The minimum charge is $250. So let's recap how LPS can reduce the costs in your lab. The biggest reduction will be in labor costs. We do the work and allow you to focus your efforts on more profitable tasks. We reintroduce competition for the dollars you spend on your lab supplies and equipment. We track the spending for you so that you can make a more informed decision, such as budgeting. We document all the savings we provide so that you know exactly what value we bring. Because of what we do, we in effect become a member of your team. All of our services, by necessity, are personalized to your requirements. And relationships still matter, not just with us, but with the vendors who supply the products you use. We not only introduce you to new suppliers, but allow you time to develop closer relationships with the one you have now. After hearing this presentation, if you're interested in learning more, we encourage you to start by getting to know some of the members of our team. You will need much more detailed data than has been provided in this presentation, and we feel obligated to answer all of your questions in a prompt, straightforward manner. Thank you for your time and attention. We look forward to serving you in the near future.